Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 most overrated skins that exist right now in Counter-Strike 2. I'm going to have some opinions in here that might annoy some people, but overall I think these are the just 10 most overrated skins across the board. You'll be wondering about the giveaway for today, and I'll show that to you now, because it's going to be, if I can find it, the All Death by Puppy. It's going to be in factory new. Entry requirements for this are pretty standard as usual. You're going to hit that like button, you're going to hit that subscribe button as well, and you're going to leave a comment down below letting me know what you think the most overrated skin in Counter-Strike 2 is. And just before we start the list, I need to clear up that we're not going to be showing like skins that are a silly price purely for trade-ups, because it really just skews the list, and I mean like trade-ups is a whole other story. So these are just looking at them, you're paying that money for the skin, it's a desirable skin for some people. Let's go. First skin on the list is going to be the Emperor A1S Hot Rod. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a nice skin, but there's a reason I think it's overrated. And it's because the whole skin isn't red. Yes, some people might like the fact that there's a bit of like a grey-black accent, but when you compare it to the Blue Phosphor, this skin has a bit more blue on it in comparison to the red. Mostly like the magazine and stuff, and I think overall, it adds so much to the skin. So for that, the Hot Rod is in 10th place for the most overrated, just because I think you can do so much better in comparison. In 9th place, we have the Dragon Lore. Now, we discussed this in the op tiering video. I appreciate this is like deemed the most OG, prestigious, iconic op skin in the game. But overall, for the artwork, for the sort of the value for money you're getting, it's not all that. I mean, honestly, like a Desert Hydra is what, like a quarter, maybe a fifth of the price. It's going to be nicer. I think if you're going to spend this much money rather than a Desert Hydra, you should be going for a Gungnir instead. Like, I think it's just one of those ones where, don't get me wrong, it's a nice skin. I appreciate like the value it has for people for being one of the, like, this was way back. This was the one skin you wanted to try and hit. It's that's why it's only 9th. In 8th, there's just any Safari Mesh that people try to gas up as being good. They're just wrong, and that's all there is to it. This is, I know some people do it for a meme, and that's somewhat fair. You're joining in the meme, bit of fun. But if you're genuinely trying to gas people up and say you need to buy a Safari Mesh and put like a Titan on it, bro, just less of it, please. In number 7, we have the Eye of Horus. Now, this is one that came with the Anubis collection, and when I saw the name for it, when I was reading the skins that came out, I was like, oh my god, this has potential to be insane. And I feel like it's just missed the mark massively. Like, the colors that should be bright on it don't actually look bright. The gold is like a really odd shade of gold. I prefer something closer to like a golden coil or a coalition. And then the area of the skin that I think should probably be like a bright white is like this weird creamy sort of yellow color. So just overall, people are loving this. It's like one of the new M4s in the game. They're really keen to craft on it and stuff. But just overall, it's such a lackluster overrated skin. Now, I've put the Fire Serpent in 6th place. For a while, this was my absolute most overrated skin, and I hated it. I can now understand a little bit of why some people like it. And in the new AK ranking video, you'll see that instead of putting it right at the bottom, it was like a mid-tier skin. But that still doesn't justify the price. And it's not like it's used for trade-ups or anything like that. This is just the skin people want to hit from it. And it's a default AK with a poorly drawn dragon beast with some clouds on it. It's not worth the price at all. This, in contrast to the Dragon Lore, is why the Dragon Lore is in 9th, because it's actually a good design, but it's just overpriced, whereas this is just so mid. Now, we had a little rant about the Medusa on the tier list video, and I'll try not to dive right into the same rant, but it's here in 5th place because this had so much potential and was ruined with the positioning of the artwork. Obviously, when you inspect it now, looks insane. You've got Medusa there, you've got the snakes in the hair. Really cool concept, playing into like mythology and lore. Looks really good. But there's nothing on the scope, and then there's nothing on the magazine. Magazine's kind of secondary. Main thing here is there's nothing on the scope. And when you're using it like this in game, if you're scoping in and out, you're like taking fights and whatnot, all you can really see is like this faint marking of like the snakes from the hair. You don't actually see Medusa herself, which is a bit of an L. Like, as much as I hate the Fire Serpent, I hate the Case Hardened more, because no one that's seeing can look at me and tell me this looks good. If you are happy because you've unboxed a 661 and you know you're going to get to sell it for a crazy amount of money, that's fair, because that's just people putting stupid prices on the skins that don't even look good. And okay, cool, if you could be given a skin, you're going to take that and just sell it for profit. But if you just wanted to use it in game, Case Hardens suck. Especially in CS2, they look even worse. And honestly, the hype around this in particular needs to die off soon. In 3rd place, I have the Desert Eagle Blaze. Now, this one, I know I didn't really dislike it that much for a while. It was just a deagle that I would never have paid the money for. I didn't think it looks that good. Honestly, like, I'll pop it up on the screen now. It looks like something from the early 2000s. like from a really shitty rock band like would do. They'll wear a shirt like this with their bleached blonde hair. Like that's the vibe it gives me, and we're attaching a high price to it. I don't quite understand it. My main issue for it was that people tried to heavily do market manipulation with the blaze, and with that, the price shot up, and then the community mindset immediately was, oh, that's the best deagle in the game, I have to get it. It's just not. You get a Fennec Fox, you get an Emerald Dramanger, there's so many other deagles. Even a Midnight Storm with overpay on Factory New for $30 is better than this. In second place, we have the Alt Lightning Strike, and I just... Can Valve and the person that originally designed this get something in place that they update this to make the artwork look better? It's 2023, almost 2024. We had a decade of Counter-Strike Go. We're now in CS2, and we still have a skin that is literally pixelated and costs hundreds of dollars. The fact that the Medusa I can kind of understand because it's not pixelated and the artwork when you inspect it is actually good. This, when you're using it in-game normally, okay, it's nothing on the scope, a tiny bit of purple that's not high quality, and when you inspect it, it looks even worse. Like, this is just... If we get a skin like this game where it's like low-resolution pixels and it still rises in price, I'll be mind-blown. And then, the number one overrated for me is the X-Ray. And I don't think I need to say much. Just look at how awful this is. If you're really trying to tell me that this in minimal wear is worth $900, in factory new is worth $1,500, you're absolutely crazy. This is a horrible color scheme, horrible design. The idea behind it of the X-Ray is cool. It's just been executed in such a horrible fashion, and it's still got a horrible price attached to it. And that rounds off the 10 most overrated skins in Counter-Strike. Now, you might be a bit upset if I put your favorite skin in here, and sorry, not sorry, that's the case, is my opinion. I mean, you guys can put a full list of your 10 most overrated in the comments if you want to see how we compare it, but I think at least five or six of these should be consistent on everyone's list as being flat out the most overrated, and then there's a few that are personal preference. And that's where we're going to end it for today. Something a bit different. Obviously, we're normally building these lovely cheap loadouts, and we're going to go back to that. But we had to discuss just this topic of some of the skins that are a little bit overrated right now. And then, just a reminder for the giveaway. The giveaway item for today is going to be the AUG Death by Puppy. It's factory new, the entry requirements, so hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and then leave a comment down below of the most overrated skin in Counter-Strike, in your opinion. And then these giveaways, to keep them continuing, please check out CSGO Empire in the top of the description or the pinned comment. CSGO Empire are the reason that we can keep doing these giveaways for you guys. So if you would like them to continue, please check that out. That's it for that one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.